You're watching BCTV. We're all about Branford. You're watching BCTV, Branford Government Television, a service of Branford Community Television. This program is brought to you in part through the support of the town of Branford.
To the Elderly Services Commission meeting on February 13th. My name is Lori Rockwell. I chair the committee. So we're going to have the commissioners introduce themselves.
Patty Torrey, Alan Carucci, Pat Brownell, Jean Ricco,
Dana Murphy.
And Doreen, do you want to introduce yourself?
Doreen Denhart, clerk, Dagmar Ridgway, director, Nancy Common, activity coordinator.
Okay, welcome everybody. So we're going to start with the minutes from November 14th. Did everybody get a chance to review them? Mm-hmm. Any corrections, additions, deletions? Hearing none, do I hear a motion to approve the minutes?
Second.
Okay, so approved. Dagmar, do you have anything to report?
I am. I just want to welcome all of you to our new home. It's our first meeting in our new home. We've been here just about 12 weeks now, so it's still a pretty new house to us, but we're so excited. We're so happy to be able to be here. Some of our meetings have been retaping us here, so welcome to everyone. And we do need to be done by 6 because we're getting the wetland meeting that we need to wait for the so we'll try to do that. And on to our new digs a little bit. We're having an open house for public who haven't been able to stop by in the last 3 months. We're having an open house on March 12th from 3 to 6. So seniors who are still working, anyone in the community can come check us out. It's a joint open house with the recreation department downstairs. So if you haven't had an opportunity to come, please come. Staff will be here. We look forward to meeting you. We'll sign up new members. So we hope, and even if all of you, if anyone brings a friend with you and show off our digs.
What time, Dagmar?
3 to 6.
3 to 6, okay.
March 12th from 3 to 6.
Perfect.
And also you notice that Laura Myjack is no longer here. She's moved out of town. We wish her well. We thank her for her service. So she is resigning from the commission. I might as well go on to some of the reports I have. Did everyone get the reports that I sent?
Yes.
Yeah.
The monthly financial report. We're doing really well in everything. As always, membership and meetings get top heavy the second half of the year, so that money will be expended. And we're fortunate there haven't been a lot of snow days, so we're healthy in our part-time salaries a little bit, but we could get walloped in the next month. Hopefully not, but we've been lucky so far. So we're doing good on that. Where we've spent some money is out of our endowment for the furnishings here. A lot of the money come out of there. And we're grateful to our people who left that money. Our primary gifter was Ellen Kelly, who was a member. I think I've mentioned her before. Yeah. So we're very grateful for that, and I'll get into that a little bit. But and the balance doesn't reflect the expenditure.
It does not.
They have not been posted on there yet. So that's that. Tables, chairs, those kinds of things.
Right.
Banquettes. You'll see our furniture is still rolling in. Any questions on the finances? We're very healthy in our Branford medical transportation, which is good.
That's good.
So, donations are keeping up with expenditures. And we are so grateful to the Homemaker Thrift Shop, who has donated $2,500 so far this fiscal year to our Branford medical transportation.
Very nice.
And we have some other donors that have done $500. People are so grateful for what we do. Some of our drivers who drive and they donate money as well. Some want to remain anonymous, so that's one too. Any questions on the financials?
No.
Okay, and let's flip it over to our stats. And as we go into that, you'll see that if you built it, they will come. And our stats are really, you'll see that even from December to January, December was 1,924 units of participation. In January, 2,629. And both had 21 days in the month. November was a little lower because of the holidays, but we're really seeing so many people come in and participate. The demographic that we're seeing most, like yesterday, I think we had 8 or 10 new people came in.
Really?
We're seeing a lot of men, more men than women. We're seeing a lot of people who were coming, 8, 10 years ago and now have returned. A lot of people in their 60s. And that's what we thought would happen.
Yeah.
When it's not your mom's place or your dad's place or your aunt's place, it's your place that they're coming. So we're really expanding and popping, and I'm so grateful we have that. And Nancy will go into some of the activities that are going on, transportation, and along with everything, you have someone come in for one thing and it snowballs into a lot of other things. Things like our fitness programs are very well. We may have to add classes because things are filling up so quickly. So, any questions on the stats?
No.
No? Okay. Let's look at our 2021. Everyone has a copy of our 2021 proposed budget. And I meet with Jim Finch and Jamie tomorrow as a preliminary review. We always meet with them to kind of review what we're thinking, where we're going, and they put input. It's the last page.
Oh, gotcha.
Should be the last page. And we were asked by departments to keep things pretty flat. Part-timers will get a 2% raise. The full-timers, it's all contractual. So those are all set in stone. And I've kept our operating expenses at a 0% increase. Even though we're growing, we're generating more revenue.
Right.
So we're able to self-fund programs. And if we need to add classes, we will. We've kept our evening security team on because it's really important. We're a big building. And all the meetings that were at Canoe Brook have moved over here. So the rec department manages all the scheduling, but we still have staff up here on this level to direct people and welcome people and answer questions. And so we do have our night security is here most evenings. And the rec department has a whole team of people and they work together. So it's really been a nice balance between the two departments. When we're busy, the rec department's not, vice versa. They're mostly nights and weekends, and we're days, Monday through Friday. So it's really been a nice marriage, and we have, the gym is a perfect example. They have some programs that use it during the week, but we're using it 2 or 3 hours during the week as well. And people will now say, "Oh, can I just drop in and walk?" Of course you can. If it's not being used, come on over, go for a walk. Indoors. So it's really been a good surprise on how much we complement one another, and our teams working together has been really lovely. And even though we are totally separate departments, just like Town Hall, they've got finance, they've got planning and zoning, they got tax. We're just Parks and Rec downstairs, Senior Center upstairs. On the proposed budget too, some of the areas that I'm looking to expand in the next year is to expand our hours. One evening a week, we'll start slow, build it, and see, stay up until say 6 instead of 4:30. And, to accommodate people who still may be working, who want to drop in and play in the game room. When we get all our digital equipment, we'll start doing watch parties for sporting events and Olympics and things like that. I was hoping we'd have it by March Madness, but it's not looking like we will. But we're hoping to expand into that area, expand our hours a little bit, maybe have a fitness class in the evening once a week. But again, you have to have staff. And everyone is contractual through our unions, et cetera, so we have to kind of flex time. And we do have a new person, I'm so excited, Ellen Marin, who's a Branford resident. She moved here a year ago from Danbury area. She'll be our new program assistant, and her office will be in the front office, and she will assist all of us. But she brings a wealth of experience, and we're so very excited to have her join us. She's been, for the last, 11 years, working for hospice in the Danbury area in their volunteer programs. They have giving hearts. They have all these different levels, and recently she was director of all the volunteers, and she had over 300 people underneath her that she volunteered in that. People will love her. She's experienced, she's kind, she gets seniors, she's local. So I am just so excited, to have somebody, we've been missing that. I'll be honest, we've just been missing it, and that will complete our team, and we can just start to explode and really address everyone when they come in. They don't have to ring a bell. There'll be someone in that office, so that's really, I'm really happy to have Helen join us. March 2nd, the first Monday in March.
Okay.
So in a couple of weeks, she'll be with us. So that is reflected in the wages and salaries on our budget for next year. But I did not cut any of the drivers. We need them more, actually, because more people are using our services. We also need more volunteers for medical transport. But as soon as Blair isn't kind of helping to cover both positions, she'll be able to expand out and get more volunteers. And Ellen, having managed a volunteer organization, will bring a whole wealth of experience and help to that area as well. So for those of you that are looking to volunteer at Canupa, we'll have new opportunities, and they'll be organized and structured, and we can't wait to have that happen, actually, right, Nancy? Correct. We're looking to have that. What else? We'll continue with 4 meetings. I've got Doreen in for 4 meetings. I've kept, and as soon as Ellen's on board, we're going to start working with the team in Massachusetts about replacing our buses. So that we should get 2 before the end of this fiscal year. So we need to maintain our vehicle replacement fund. The other area that I'm looking to expand in here, and I don't have it in the budget, but I need to really have it organized and set up, is expand our cafe. Right now, we work with the Elderly Nutrition Project, and they provide a meal Monday through Friday, a hot delivered meal. And what a lot of our colleagues do, have soup and sandwich a couple of days a week, not 5 days a week. Most of them are a couple of days a week. They schedule it in the middle of the week, so when they order food, they can reinvent things and it won't go bad in the couple of days that they have it. But it's labor intensive, and it takes a good team of volunteers to help serve and to do things, and that's our goal, to get that up and running in the next fiscal year. We have a meeting with CASP, which is our statewide professional organization, and they're doing a meeting on how to get started setting up a cafe. So those that have it, and does it generate revenue? How do you price structure it? Where do you order your food from? All those kinds of things, and how much staff hours we need. So I can't possibly put it in the budget saying we need this amount of money to pay a chef or whatever, when I don't really know the scope of it. So I want to know that and see how we can self-fund it. And then, if we need to go back in the next fiscal year, come after July 1st, we'll go to the RTM and say, here's what we need. I don't ever want to pad things and ask for money we don't need. So I like to keep it kind of tight to the dollar. Matt Brady taught me well in that. So, so those are the areas, really, the cafe and expand the hours. And originally I thought we'd be able to put a bunch of fitness equipment in the fitness center. But we have so many more people participating. If we put equipment in there other than just weights, there's not going to be room for the classes. So I've got to either add more classes and shrink the size, or see if I can work with our, downstairs, if we can do a joint fitness center or something, if we can kind of find some space. But right now, I'm looking at that. But my primary is to get the cafe up and running and to expand our hours a little bit. So any suggestions or comments on the budget? I know you didn't see it before this evening, but there's really no changes.
Right.
I think we're learning the areas that we need to grow, but we're also generating more revenue. So I think we can kind of evaluate it month to month as we go and see what people are asking for. I know people want, and I'll get into that. If there are any more questions about the budget? Okay. Let's go on. I explained a little bit about the explosion we're seeing in people. I'm really happy about that. Some things that we are still ironing out. Our furniture is not all here, but it's rolling in, and it's thanks to our endowment that we have that. We have 100 chairs on order, and they're really nice long guest chairs, and we have 30 with arms and 70 without. So there'll be plenty, and that's one of the things people said, I need a chair with arms. but you need one that can handle, these can handle up to 300 pounds. They're smart looking, they're a mesh back and a fake leather, kind of like that, a fake leather seats that are comfortable for people who come in and play all day, or, you know, people are here a lot. So, and I envision this space, when we get the rest of our cafe furniture, we'll have comfortable seating. So in the mornings, it'll be reserved for cafe. In the afternoon, the chairs and the tables will be conducive to gaming for people who want to play cards or mahjong or whatever it is. And in relation to that too, I just want to kind of comment, we're all kind of figuring out the space. You know how when you build a new house, and you don't really know how you're going to use everything, and you can anticipate, like, it really helps for us to have the wall down in here and really see, okay, let's play with some furniture and see for sure how much we need here and there. And the game room is probably the most popular place other than the fitness center. The game room has been an explosion because a lot of people want to come and play the games. Great, but now you've got some card players and pool players who are just kind of trying to find their place. And I don't really get involved with the day-to-day navigation and negotiation, but we always can find a spot for someone. And a lot of the gamers have been really, you know, using the library, which is lovely with the fireplace. So they've relocated there, or they're relocating to the Waverly Cafe. We will expand the Waverly Lounge, we call it. And as soon as we get our digital screens and our TVs in there, we're able to use that in the day. And we'll have like karaoke, piano night. We'll have game watches. I'm here many evenings and sometimes on the weekends. And that space is used all the time, nights and weekends, by families when they're watching
the games
or practices. And now the Kinney tournaments are downstairs, and that goes on for I think 6 weeks. He said at least the whole month of March into April, it's about 6 weeks. So you come here every night, there's games.
Yeah.
It's great. And they love that area. And I had my own grandchildren were here last weekend, and my family got to see the place. And like the people that we know from Milford, which is where they're from, were like their jaws were dropped down. We had a team of people come from Madison who are looking into expanding their recreation and senior, and I'm not sure exactly what they're going to do, but their jaws were dropped. So, you know, people love the spaces, and it is well utilized. But Waverly, I think, will use it a little more as soon as we have the rest of the signage and we have food, etc. We can do coffee and in the mornings, because men socialize differently than us women. They get up very early. You'll look around the coffee shops around town there. Maybe I've said this before. And they get up, go read the newspaper, check the sports scores, check their investments, chit chat, and then, you know, by 10 o'clock they've scattered. Even usually by 9, they're gone.
What I find is they go to the gym.
Yeah,
go
they
to
do.
Planet Fitness, where it's the $10 for the month, and they all meet
That's
and
true.
chat at the gym. Am I right, Patricia?
Yes, you are right.
And then they go up to the center of town for coffee. You're right.
I would, you know, they
yes,
do.
They do. So they would
and then
probably.
and then they go do the list that.
Yes, Mom. The honeydew list.
The honeydew list, and
Yes.
that's going to get done. So
Right.
recognizing that men socialize differently than us, and that's been proven through the National
Mhm.
Council on Aging. We're going to address that through some of the early morning programming, so they can come and do things. And if we can work out a fitness space that has equipment, I think that will be really good there. I did mention that we do have the chairs coming. We have some round tables and some square tables, because some of the people who play games prefer a round table. We only have several of those that we brought over from the old center. We haven't had our pictures hung yet, because every one of those 30 pictures has a different security spacing for the security stuff that's on the back when you attach it to the wall, so someone can't just take it off the wall. So it's a little more complicated, and we have to make sure they're in a straight line and all that. So we've been counting on a snow day to do that, and that hasn't happened yet, but we are working on that. We need, the other big issue, and we knew about it before when we were designing, was where are people going to hang their coats? And when you enter from our back parking lot, you see on the left-hand side, there's all the electricals that are there. And they had to move it upstairs, from downstairs to upstairs because of the water tables, et cetera. But we lost a lot of storage space and place there. And now we have wallpaper and a lot of windows. So there aren't a lot of spaces where we can install coat things. And also it's a commercial building and you can't block egress. I can't just put up any old coat rack you have at home because if it falls over and it injures someone as we nail to the wall, blah, blah, blah. So I am working with Tony Sinacola, who is our building official, who's been very instrumental in making sure we meet all the codes. And he is working with me to develop several spaces where we can put coat racks of some sort without blocking egress, without drilling into wallpaper and compromising wallpaper. So we're working on it. And people have been very good about, hey, there's a chair, they'll throw their coat on it. We recognize we need to address it. We just are getting to it. So for those of you that have noticed that, please be patient. We'll get there. We're working on it. I did, and just so you know, I did buy a lot of those command hooks. You can't put them on wallpaper, and people's coats are heavier than 5 pounds. Their pocketbooks are way heavier than that. So that isn't a really good option for us. So I put one up in the bathroom off the atrium, and by day 2, it was off the wall. So Tony will help us. He's really good at that kind of thing. So we're looking for that. I think that's all I have on my report, but I have Marlo's report. Do you have any questions about how things are going here, or have you heard of anything else that, yeah, go
Just
ahead.
one thing.
Yeah.
I had some request that we bring over the comment box
Oh, okay.
from
That's
Yeah.
a good idea.
the old.
We can do that.
I
Sure.
know you can't.
We will. It's just getting one department from another to bring, we can certainly do that. And again, what I'm finding is the way the offices are set up in that front office, people are coming to us. And they're coming to me, and I'm more accessible as are the rest of the team. And they'll come mention things, which is good. I'd much rather people come and make a comment before it's a complaint. Because I can't do much about it sometimes when it's a complaint and people are riled up. But when it's a comment, I can. So I do welcome the feedback. And it's new for all of us. It's a new space for all of us. So we're just, again, we're living with it and growing with it and developing it. So I think if you look around and you see what we've done, I think it's really pretty amazing. And very
You're on the right
grateful.
track. You're on the right track.
You think we're on the right
Oh,
track?
yeah, for sure.
We're getting on the right
For
track.
sure.
I just want to say that I went to the newcomer breakfast, was it last week or the week before? There were 30 people. It was
Wow.
amazing. This door was open and I was astounded. It was fantastic. And as Dagmar said, I mean, it was more than half men. And these were people who were really excited about the programs. I think the trips to the Yukon games seemed to be like
Oh, yeah.
a subject of a lot of buzz at the table. But it was really exciting, and and I'm a new member too, so.
And I'm a member, and Lori's going to join, and everyone else on the commission is a member, so. Except Doreen. Well, Doreen's not on it. She's the clerk, but she'll be well versed on what to do when she's 60 down the road. Long, long time from now. But, yeah, I'm glad to hear that. I'm really happy, Ellen, because we really, and it's a balance between people who are more senior and younger seniors. And every center struggles with that, because you don't want people who are, say, in their 80s to feel alienated from the people in their 60s. And we really have 3 generations coming. And people, it's more accessible, so we're starting to see more people who, no one's complained about parking, amen, or accessibility, because they take the elevator.
Right.
So that is a wonderful gift that anybody can come.
And that was such a concern. Such a
It
huge
was.
concern, yes. And
People couldn't
imagine
we couldn't even
right.
visualize from the plans.
Yes.
I could say there's 143 parking
Right.
spots, but no one would really know.
No.
There has been some comment that people want more handicap parking, and they have to go through the police parking people to get more designated. But if you look how the parking and the entrances are laid out, there are far more spaces, much closer to the building.
Right.
So it's
Yeah.
far more accessible. But there are some people that feel they want more marked handicap. So, and they're going to work toward that end. But I'm been very pleased. There's never been a day when people haven't been able to fund. And even for the recreation side, we're not here when they got all their tournaments going on. I drove by the other night, my husband went out to dinner, and we came home, it was like 9:30, 10 o'clock. This parking lot was full because of the tournament. It was completely full. How wonderful to have a building that is so loved and so used. So that's it. I probably talked way too long. 24 minutes. Okay, sorry. Any questions about anything?
No.
There. Okay. I do want to just do Marlo's report, if I can do that. And I've also had to welcome Nicole Adelhoff, who's joined our team in November. She's our new caseworker. She replaced Janine, who moved somewhere closer to home. Nicole's a gift. She's a gift to our team. She's wonderful with the people. She's an asset to our community. People connect with her. She's warm. She's welcoming. She brings a lot of experience. And she's really an asset to our whole community. So I really want to thank Nicole for coming in, and we're just very grateful, and people are responding well to her. Has anyone here met her?
I have.
Yeah. She was in yoga. She was in yoga. Okay, she goes to town yoga. Okay, well, I'm so excited come March 2nd when Ellen joins our team, and we have a full complement of people and just can really project out to the community what we've hoped and dreamed of doing for years. So, anyway, Nicole, welcome and thank you. Regarding our energy assistance, so far we have processed over 400 applications. We have roughly 300 more to go. Now that's households, that's not number of people.
Oh.
That's households, which is quite a bit. The process doesn't only involve taking applications, but enrolling people in the utility programs, coding their accounts for a hardship to protect from shut-off during the winter months. It's very time-consuming, as I know you've heard me say before, but it makes it easier for the client to have coding and enrollments done here while they're here, so they know I'm going to have to pay this amount. It's still kind of confusing because you have them applying here. You have to apply with the utility company because they have what they call the matching program. So utility company will say, okay, if you qualify for fuel assistance, and they look at yours, they say, okay, you have to pay $100 a month for 5 or 6 months, whatever it is. And if you pay that, we will double your payments and what the fuel assistance pays. So if they've paid, say, $500 and fuel's paid $300, it's $800, they'll get another $800 off their bill. So if anyone's at home and wondering how that works, you have to do all the pieces though. So we're helping them get the piece done that is with the utility company. But it adds, another 15, 20 minutes, and then you have to explain the programs. So we are doing it, and having the caseworker on staff, having Nicole and Marla work together on that has been very good. So that's it for my Nancy.
So we had our election day craft fair back in November, but we've had different sales from then till now, and I'm happy to report we brought in $1,218.
Nancy, wow.
And considering it wasn't a big election, we're very happy with the numbers. So once again, thanks to the ladies who made this all happen. They're great workers. And with us growing and getting new members, people have some new ideas, and one of our members wants to start a cycling club. So I'm just letting you know we're having a meeting next Wednesday, February 19th at 10 in the morning to see what the actual interest is, whether it's leisure riding, competing, doing mountains, I have no idea. So if you're a cycler, give me a call. We'd love to have you join us. The nurse from the health district, she comes once a month. We have our next blood pressure on Wednesday, February 26th from 11:30 to 12:30. That one activity, you don't have to sign up in advance, just come. And I'm happy to tell you that next month when we have our blood pressure, she will also be doing blood sugar All you have to do is not eat 2 hours before you come here, and it's free.
But that's a diagnostic tool, it's not to maintain someone's levels. So if someone's already been diagnosed as diabetic, they need to deal with their health professional. This will be undiagnosed people, and she'll say, hey, you may need to check this out further.
Yeah, so we're really happy to add that. And it is a leap year, and 4 years ago we made a capsule. So we are going to open it and have the big reveal on Friday, February 28th at 11. So it should be very interesting. And if anyone on our commission, anyone at home, if you have something that you want to stick in our capsule to hold for the next 4 years, please bring it in. Whether it's, receipts, it could be a love letter, whatever, bring it in. We'll be happy to add it to the capsule. I'm very happy to also report we're having our first, well, not our first one, but another dinner party on Tuesday, March 10th. It's kind of coming quick, so I want to advertise it now. We're having a classic meal. It's a prime rib dinner with all the fixings, and we have the former Miss Connecticut, Stephanie Stiefel-Williams. She'll be here performing. It's going to be a lot of fun. 5 to 7 in the evening. It's only $22, and I am, even though the newsletter is not out, I am taking the money down. So I'll get a flyer made tomorrow, and please come down. It should be a lot of fun, and we're excited to host this. For people who have problems with balance, we are doing the exercise for better balance through the VNA. Lynn is the instructor. She's awesome. I tried her class for 10 minutes, and she does work your upper body, your core, your lower extremities. And every single person who goes through the program improves. And I tell everyone, even if you just, remember 3 exercises a week, by the end of the 12-week program, you're going to have a great thing to keep yourself from falling. So that starts on Wednesday, March 11th. It's 12 weeks through May 27th, and it's only $15. It's the best $15 anyone would spend. It's from 1 to 2 in the afternoon. So if you have questions, once again, give me a buzz. Also, we're doing our Aging Mastery program, but to try and pull in those people who are still working. We'll be doing it from 5 to 6:30 on Wednesday, starting on March 18th. And what it is when you become 60 or you're in your 50s and you have no idea what to do as you're getting older. When my mom was a young mom, she had Dr. Spock to tell her what to do when I had the sniffles. If I didn't work in this environment, I'd have no idea what to do. So, some of the things that we will be having speakers on will be health, the finances, relationships, personal growth, community involvement, because this is our playbook for healthy living and healthy aging. Because to sit home and watch TV all day long, that's not a good thing. So it's only $20. It'll be the best $20 that you spend. So,
and it's for people 50 and over.
Yeah,
we do invite people 50 and over.
Yeah,
so to that.
If you're interested, either give me a call, email me, or give a call to Dagmar. And as Dagmar had mentioned, we've added a few things downstairs in the gym. So we do have pickleball for beginners. It's Mondays and Fridays from 1 to 2. You don't have to know how to play because we have Peter to teach you on Mondays, and you have me to help you on Fridays. So it's fun. You don't have to buy a paddle. The rec department has paddles. They have balls. But, if you find that you really enjoy it, I would recommend buying your own because, if they don't have the top notch, these are for beginners, but it's really fun. It's a great way to form new relationships if you're newly retired or new to the community. And as Dagmar mentioned, we do walking Thursday mornings at 9, and this was something I thought nobody would come, and most days I have 30 or 35 people. Yeah, it's fun. You can either just walk on your own, you walk 17 times around, and that's a mile, or go in the middle and do crazy things with me. So.
Nancy has, I'm telling you, we're so fortunate to have such a good activity coordinator. I go down and I look from the gym overlook and just kind of get a scope on how many people and what they're doing. And she's got them doing this, and she's got them crossing, she's got them doing all kinds of things. It's not just walk and talk, it's move. So, but at your own pace. We had, a few people with walkers, some people who are fast walkers. She has different lanes. So if you need to move and you need to start exercising and you want to do that in a very non-threatening way and just have some fun with Nancy. Can you tell? She's kind of fun.
She's fun.
So it is a good way for people to come to get started.
Yeah.
It's once a week. It's free.
And you don't have to worry about being cold or the rain or tripping on the sidewalk, so, because it's all nice flat. You know, we do recommend that you wear sneakers, don't wear street shoes in there, and make sure that they're good supportive sneakers, so.
But not with too heavy of a tread because it might catch.
Right.
That. So.
Yeah. So. Any questions, suggestions,
That
thoughts?
sounds great.
Okay.
Sounds great.
So that's where we're at.
Good deal. So
Any
we,
questions?
so we don't have our comment box.
No, we do not.
So
Right.
we will
We will get that,
Get that.
over here.
So, and it doesn't look like we have any citizens' comments.
No.
Well, I think they brought it to myself and to Patty and some of the commissioners, and I hope they understand that we do relay it back to you. when you
Sure,
act on
sure.
it. This is everyone's place. So we want to
This
make
is
it
great.
as comfortable and accommodating.
It's absolutely beautiful. Long time coming.
Yes.
Well worth it.
Very
Oh
nice.
my goodness. Okay, so our next meeting is May 14th. So are there any other comments? Any other discussion?
You know, I will send out, when I get from Jim Finch the schedule of the budget meetings, I'll send it out. There's not
Okay.
going to be a lot of discussion, I don't think, about ours, because we're not changing a whole lot. But I'll send it out to the commission so you know the schedule.
Okay, perfect. Okay.
When is the house going to be removed? That one?
That we're working on, I think, late spring.
Okay.
We're just starting to get it, the town did purchase it.
Yeah.
Because bocce, thank you for raising that,
Right.
because there are a lot of bocce players, so we're gonna have our bocce court over there. And I know several of the service clubs, Jamie, because I just said this to Jamie, asked him recently, he said several of the service clubs have thought about contributing and helping to build. I envision hopefully a pavilion, a covered bocce court, and some picnic tables covered, so we have outdoor space.
Right. And maybe, I don't know exactly, I know Jamie said we had lots of space, but I don't know what that means,
I don't know,
to be
but,
honest.
you know, you take the house off and you see the
Right,
property.
but I mean, for the property, I don't know how far. I
Yeah.
mean, it would be wonderful to have intergenerational park, you know, with sidewalks and some benches and the nice weather that, and I know people want gardening, which the garden club can probably, well, there's
Yeah.
your volunteer coordinator again, can coordinate,
So,
yeah.
I mean, there's so many ways we can
Right.
expand it, and it does take planning.
Right.
I mean, these are all great ideas, and the money, I think our community supports it, and I told
Right.
Jamie I could do fundraising. He said, you were supposed to raise $1 million for this project. I said, you told me you had it, but the next phase, I'm willing to work on that. Things like our library. I'm working with the librarians. We have to put that in the newsletter too. I'm working with Karen Jensen at the Blackstone Library and Alice at the Stony Creek one to do a fundraiser. They give me a list of books and all current books
Right.
that we get a discounted rate through the library to purchase, and that you'll be able to buy a book and have a little memorial thing on the inside of it. And we'll kind of do that once a year. Just so we can have current books, and we thank you, but we don't need donations. We're going to go off the list that the librarians have given us, and if you have books to donate, please donate them to, you know, the book drive that they have for sale on the green in the summer. But we're going to do, it's not a big deal to run a fundraiser like that, just to stack our shelves. But according to building official, we have to have that bookshelf bolted in before I can load it with books,
So let me
Okay.
just ask a question. So the books, I know we're getting them at a discount, like approximately what's the cost of the book?
she hasn't given that to me.
Okay.
I don't know, I
Okay.
haven't, you know, when we have the details, I'll let you know.
Okay, great.
But anyway, that's what we're doing.
Sounds good. Okay. Any other topics for discussion?
No, I just want to say, come on down. Come on down, and happy Valentine's Day to everybody.
Yeah, Jean, come on down.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Get that evening program, she'll be here.
That's it. That's
Right.
great.
Okay.
Okay. Well,
That's
with
a
that,
wrap.
there you go. So
Thank
do
you,
I hear?
Henry.
Thank you, Henry. So do I hear a motion?
Make
I
the-
make a
close?
motion
I'll second.
We're done.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, thank you. Good to see you.
This program was brought to you in part through the support of the Town of Branford. Watch town meetings and other videos on demand at BranfordTV.org.